Video footage from a birthday bash Sean Diddy Combs threw for his friend Meek Mill in April of 2014 has surfaced in the midst of the disgraced rapper's trafficking arrest. According to Daily Mail, the party was held at a Parisian palace in Las Vegas that Diddy rented for a whopping $25,000 for 24 hours, which, according to the property manager Jason Haidt, was left in a disgusting mess after the wild get-together. He told the publication, quote, "There were broken bottles of alcohol, used condoms, blood on the beddings, powder, razor blades by the hundreds, lubricant on the dressers, and marble floors."
Meek Mill's got to deal with what he got to deal with based on the relationship him and Puff had. Dressing alike, being cozy, Puff calling him daddy, saying little innuendos to him. People are looking at that and saying Meek Mill is wrong for saying no Diddy.
Then earlier this week, he put an offer on the table, a $100,000 reward for anyone who could figure out how he got named in Rodney Jones' lawsuit.
Sean Diddy Combs has been making waves lately, and not in the best way. With allegations of misconduct and lawsuits piling up, his empire appears to be on shaky ground. Just when it seemed things couldn't get messier, Philly rapper Meek Mill was pulled into the drama. Rumors and allegations are now sparking questions about their connection. So how did Meek end up tangled in Diddy's turmoil? Let's break it down.
7-year-old Robert Williams, known by his rap name Meek Mill, is the latest artist making headlines for his alleged connections to Sean Diddy Combs. The Philadelphia rapper got his start around 2006 with a group called the Bloodhounds before going solo, signing with record labels, headed by hip-hop icons like T.I. and Rick Ross. Meek Mill has previously been photographed spending time with Sean Combs, who is now, as we know, behind bars for allegedly forcing people to participate in drug-fueled parties called freak-offs, reportedly using drugs and the threat of violence to keep people compliant. Combs was indicted last week on charges of racketeering, conspiracy, trafficking, transportation to engage in, and he's currently behind bars because his bail has been denied twice.
Meek Mill and Diddy's friendship was once legendary in the industry. They attended major events together, often sporting matching outfits, and appeared inseparable. Diddy took on a big brother role for Meek, making their bond one everyone noticed and admired.
I was fucking be good and that someone drove me, you can see. I pulled up to her crib, I was in that 19 Mercedes. I got this day from LA, she was so crazy. I'm still here with her, and I take my thoughts and begin this we waiting. Oh my God. She get ready. I was like, oh my God. Yeah, yo, put a ghetto tour in that metal. I'm with Diddy on another level. Hey, man, get your show. I'm a guy. Give me it.
If you thought Meek Mill and Diddy's bond couldn't get any more intriguing, think again. A clip that had the internet buzzing showed Diddy taking things to the next level by calling Meek daddy in public. Whether it was playful banter or something else, the moment definitely turned heads. Hey, what's up, King? You're doing it, man. You deserve it, daddy. Proud of you. I love you, Diddy said. Despite this display, Meek Mill has made it clear they're not as close as people think. Meek now firmly states he's no Diddy gang, despite years of being best buddies.
Footage from a birthday bash Sean Diddy Combs threw for his friend Meek Mill in April of 2014 has surfaced in the midst of the disgraced rapper's trafficking arrest. According to Daily Mail, the party was held at a Parisian palace in Las Vegas that Diddy rented for a whopping $25,000 for 24 hours, which, according to the property manager Jason Haidt, was left in a disgusting mess after the wild get-together. He told the publication, quote, "There were broken bottles of alcohol, used condoms, blood on the beddings, powder, razor blades by the hundreds, lubricant on the dressers, and marble floors." Jason claimed he also, quote, "found panties, bras, and even 2 iPhones in the bushes behind the bowling alley." Diddy's personal assistant relayed specific requests for the party, including bringing their own smoke detectors and that all interior bedroom door locks were to be ordered new and left unopened for their arrival. The property manager was given a rough estimate of 850 guests for the mansion party. However, 900 guests showed up. Jason claimed most of the guests participated in, quote, drug-fueled festivities and described Diddy as being wasted. He said the party ended around 3 a.m. and claimed there was rampant cocaine use all over the $7.5 million property.
No matter how much Meek Mill tries to distance himself from Diddy, It's impossible to ignore how deeply connected he's been to the chaos surrounding him. They've attended the same parties, run in the same circles, and celebrated major milestones together. For Meek's 27th birthday in 2014, Diddy spared no expense, dropping $25,000 to rent the Parisian Palace in Las Vegas for a single day. The party wasn't just extravagant, it was outright wild. And here's the kicker. By the time the festivities ended, the mansion was left looking like a complete...
You heard about this chick that's being shopped around, a Diddy and another Mill? They say the other Mill is an A-list celebrity.
I would wonder if he's white or black. And if I'm looking at any black guys that are A-listers that's bigger than Diddy, there's only one that I could come up with. And there's a few I could come up with. Will Smith, he's bigger than Diddy. I would think Nick Cannon is bigger than Diddy. Who else on the black that are black actors or black in the business that's an A-lister that's bigger than Diddy, that's black? That's hard to think. But then if you got the A-listers, you know, you got to realize he ran with that black, that Rat Pack, and I don't want to even say their names, but they said I got their names wrong last time. What's his name? Kushner. What's the other guy? Leonardo. Yeah, his name. Man, I don't keep up with these cats. But I heard that that's not only the tape that's being shot. There's some other tapes out there of other people too with him. And him doing some things with some other people. So there's quite a few tapes that might be out there, what they're hearing. And I don't want to see the tapes, but I want to know if they're really true. Because if they got some tapes out there and it was some underage, whether it's celebrities or not, it's gonna be crazy, bro. It's gonna be real crazy. And they're gonna have to bring that to the forefront because the prosecutor's gonna want those tapes. And they're gonna do whatever they have to do legally to get those tapes. No ifs, ands, and buts about it.
Does anything about this sound sketchy to you? For starters, why did Diddy insist on replacing all the locks on the doors of the rented mansion? What was he so eager to keep under wraps? And here's the real eyebrow raiser. Diddy reportedly demanded that every smoke detector in the house be swapped out with his own. Who does that? This has led to wild speculation that these special smoke detectors might have been equipped with hidden cameras to secretly record the party's guests. If true, it's not just creepy. It's a whole new level of invasion. Gandalf has previously alleged that Diddy secretly records A-list celebrities at his infamous parties, using the footage as leverage. Naturally, rumors are swirling that Meek Mill's birthday bash might not have been an exception.
What do you feel about this Meek Mill and Diddy situation? Like Meek Mill, saying no Diddy and him getting backlash, people feeling like, he being fake because, he had a relationship with Diddy. Like, how you feel about that?
My man, I can't judge Meek Mill as a man. I don't know Meek Mill as a person. You understand? And if he wants to say no Diddy, no homo, no this, no that, that's his choice. I know a lot of Philly dudes and they strong out there, and some of my people are cool with Meek Mill. You understand? People. Some of my people are cool with Meek Mill's people. Meek Mill was a young guy, and Diddy was an influencer, and he may have influenced a lot of things that Meek Mill got caught up in the game in. Brother, I don't know Meek Mill as a man. You understand? I know some of his people through my people, who knows his people. If Meek Mills want to say no Diddy, if Meek Mills want to say no homo, I don't have a problem with Meek Mill doing that. Meek Mill's got to deal with what he got to deal with based on the relationship him and Puff had. Dressing alike, being cozy, Puff calling him daddy, saying little innuendos to him. People are looking at that and saying Meek Mill is wrong for saying no Diddy. But you can't tell a man how to spend his money and how to make love to his wife or his Diddy. So, I don't know. I don't know, Mike. I just don't know.
I feel you, man. You know, I get it, man. I see where you're coming from. But I gotta ask you about this party, right? That Diddy threw for Meek Mill. You heard about how the owner, she came out saying that she found used condoms, lubricant, razor blades, powder, blood on the bed sheets. You heard about this?
No, what happened was is that Diddy had rented a mansion out for Meek Mill's birthday party, and he had rented it for like $25,000. I remember we rented one of Cher's mansion out. You know what I'm saying? And that's the day he had fired his cook, but that's a whole nother story. You know what I'm saying? It was me, Wolf, Mace, Ock. Was Ock staying there? No, it was just me, Wolf, Mace, Puff, and there was one other person staying in the mansion. But anyway, long story short is that they came recently. This happened a long time ago, but they recently just made a statement that they found loads of cocaine. I wonder what they did with the cocaine, because they didn't turn it over to the police. They said they found loads of cocaine, razor blades. They said that the sheets were bloody, nasty. They found a whole lot of used condoms. And it was a Diddy party, given in Meek Mill's honor for his birthday. I was like, yo, wow. They said it was disgusting the way that they left the place. So I know they got hit with another bill on top of that $25,000 and the different deposits they had to put down for cleanup and all this other stuff. It was crazy. It was one of the property managers, they had rented out a mansion. I heard about that whole story.
When scrolling through Reddit, things get wild. This feels real. One user even claimed Diddy's Twitter was linked to his Amazon account, sparking questions about what else might be connected. Meek Mill, however, isn't taking these allegations lightly. He's hitting back hard, offering a $100,000 reward for anyone who can prove his involvement with Diddy, especially regarding these bizarre rumors. Meek even tweeted about hiring an investigative team to uncover who's behind what he's calling a media smear campaign, writing, "Something just isn't adding up." Earlier this week, Meek doubled down, offering another $100,000 reward for information on how his name got dragged into Rodney Jones' lawsuit in the first place. In his tweet, he stated, "I want to hire an investigative team minus $100K cash to find out every specific detail involving Meek Mill's name in the Diddy case. I'd also want them to look at who's in the media involving Meek in anything to do with Buddy." He added, "Something's not right." Moments later, he tweeted again saying, "The streets know what's up with me. This isn't that case. We're talking about the business side. Somebody's powering these bad campaigns against Meek Mill." From Gandalf's shocking claims about Diddy's alleged secret recordings to the strange twists involving Meek Mill's connection to Diddy, the story only gets more tangled with every new revelation. Whether these rumors are rooted in truth or driven by speculation, they shine a spotlight on the entertainment industry's murky power.
Going back to the lawsuits, one of those plaintiffs that has sued Combs was Rodney Little Rod Jones, a music producer who apparently worked with Combs on his latest album called Love. Jones says he lived with Combs for a year and witnessed what he claimed was not only debauchery, but also illegal activity. In his lawsuit, Jones named some very well-known celebrities like Cuba Gooding Jr., who he claims him on a yacht that Combs had rented for a holiday cruise in 2022. Other celebrities' names are redacted from the suit. For example, the lawsuit reads, quote, "Rapper redacted on Mr. Combs' yacht consorting with underage girls workers." Then in a footnote it says, "He is a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj." Now, based on that, online sleuths quickly deduced that that suit was likely talking about Meek Mill. He dated Nicki Minaj for a couple of years between 2015 and 2017, and he was her opening act on a world tour. Once people decided that the lawsuit was referring to Meek Mill, these rumors started to circulate about his possible involvement or participation in Combs' activities. What about the lawsuit? The fact that he is not directly named in the lawsuit from Rodney Little Rock Jones, but there's this reference. I mentioned the footnote where you put two and two together. It seems like he's referencing Meek Mill. So what do you make of that lawsuit?
I think that's a shot across Meek Mill's bow to, for whatever reason, to either get him to help with the lawsuit or, get him to stay quiet about anything that undercuts the lawsuit. There's no other reason to put such a reference in with any specific facts. So I think
it's not common to do that, right?
No, not unless there's a reason why you need that person's name to be named in the lawsuit.
And look, the reason I say this is because Rodney Jones' lawyer has taken a lot of heat, quite controversial. Is it a way to make it a little bit more salacious? A way to get it maybe more high profile? You put these names in it, but again, this is a legal file. This is a complaint.
Yeah, so you can't be sued for defamation. It's covered by the litigation privilege.
Explain that to us if you can, real quick.
So the law wants you to be able to state what your case is in court without the fear of retribution. So they have a privilege that if you file it in a court document, that you can't be sued for defamation, making your allegations and making your accusations.
Why then just not mention Meek Mill? Why do they have to say Celebrity One, this Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj? It'd be like someone saying, host of Law and Crime, host of Sidebar podcast. I mean, my gosh, it's like, just say my name at that point. Why would they not mention who it is?
There could be any number of reasons, but most likely they're trying to create a groundswell of PR so that people are talking about it, trying to figure this out, trying to put two and two together. And sometimes you can do it because you're trying to draw potential witnesses out into your side, or actually making implied threats that you're going to be sued next.
Bam quickly linked this to a cryptic phone call involving Diddy, where he was allegedly heard instructing someone to get rid of all the plastic. Many believe plastic could be coded language referring to the same tapes Gamble claimed Diddy used as leverage against celebrities. This interpretation gained traction online, with fans speculating the call hinted at a cleanup operation to destroy incriminating evidence. Gandalf also delves into the whirlwind surrounding Meek Mill and Diddy, highlighting the rapper's public attempts to distance himself amid the backlash. But that's not all. Gandalf explores Diddy's infamous birthday party for Meek, offering new insights into its over-the-top extravagance and the wild aftermath that still has people talking.